Yo, Seemingly Tuber back at it again with another video, and in this video, I'm gonna be giving you my Venom Let There Be Carnage review. So I got release night tickets, give it to me. So had to go out and check out this movie. So I'm gonna have clips of that, and I'm also gonna have clips of Spider-Man No Way Home included in here, since this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds and then we're gonna jump right into this. All right, everyone ready? Let's go. Let's get right into this. So this movie starts out with a little backstory into Cletus Cassidy. It shows images of him being in a foster home for unwanted kids, and then he meets this girl. This girl is what drives him. But this girl gets taken away from him when they're both in the same prison. She gets taken away to go to another institute so they could do testing and stuff on her. The Raven Institute. So they take her to the Raven Institute. She loses an eye in the process because of the cop from the first movie and this movie shooting her in the eye when she tries to escape by using her powers, because she has like a super high pitch voice that can like supersonic waves out of her mouth and stuff. So yeah, she loses an eye in the process of that, so she wants revenge on the cop. So this leads into later on what happens in the movie. So we get to a point where they're still trying to figure out where the bodies are of some of the people that Cletus has killed. So Cletus isn't, he's playing tongue in cheek with Eddie Brock. He's not really giving him much information. He's wanting him to post messages in the newspaper so his girl can see them, because he still believes that she's alive. So they're playing tongue in cheek, and then Venom lets Eddie Brock know to pay attention because I see clues in his cell. And so Venom records everything that's in the cell, so he recreates it on drawings. Eddie's not getting it. Like, it's a really funny moment. Eddie's not getting it at all. Like, he's just half gone in his brain from even trying to understand what Venom's writing on the paper and drawing. So they go and give the information on the place where they think the bodies are. So when they end up finding where the bodies are, Cletus Cassidy is reinstated as being put to death by lethal injection. So he loses it over this. His girl loses it as well because she's underground in the Raven Institute. Ravencroft, I think it was called Ravencroft or Ravens Institute. So he asked for Eddie to come back and see him one last time before he's executed. So against Eddie's better judgment and against Venom's judgment of telling him not to do it, he goes and do it. He goes and goes there, and then Cletus Cassidy baits him into putting his hands on him. So Cletus bites him and then pretty much gets his own venom. That's how this entire movie kicks off. That's how it gets into the action. Then, like, it's literally so fast paced from start to finish that, like, you're like, this movie is on point. And then you're like, you're at the end and you're like, wait, this movie must be about the end because they're about to go to the final fight. And I felt like I've just began this movie. Like, this movie was so well made that you didn't really think about missing a beat of the movie. Like you got all the information, you didn't miss a beat of the movie, and you could just keep going through it, and like you're like, I'm enjoying my time at every second of this movie. Even when Cletus was just going on a rampage when he broke out, like you enjoyed it. So he gets that carnage, and then he just destroys the prison, takes out the warden. Like this movie had a lot of killing to be PG-13. Quite honestly, I don't know how they pulled that off with getting a PG-13 rating, and it had a couple of curse words for being a PG-13 movie, but they pulled it off. I'm impressed. Marvel must have helped them out with getting this movie to a PG-13 rating, because they worked something out and they were able to get it a PG-13. He goes on a rampage. Then they go to look for the people that they all individually want to take out. Carnage wants to take out Venom. Cletus Cassidy wants to take out Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy or Eddie Brock. And then the girl, I forget what her name is. I think they called her like Supersonic in the movie. She wants to take out the cop that no one cares about. So we got all that good stuff, and then they kidnap Eddie Brock's old fiance, his previous fiance, and so of course he has to go there to save her. Venom even has like a montage of just being by himself and going to other people, and they're not able to handle the symbiote. So like he finally goes back to the Asian lady in the convenience store, and then she's even got Venom at one point. It's such a funny conversation and stuff. Like this movie was really enjoyable. Overall, I really enjoyed it, even from start to finish. I can't complain at all. I definitely give this a must watch. It's definitely given a must watch to this. It ends off with like Eddie Brock and stuff on the beach, enjoying himself, like, and like the final battle scene between like Carnage and Venom is worth the watch. One thing I was surprised by was like just the last line they had in that fight. I was like, how did this movie get a PG-13 with that line? Like, I just was like, oh snap! Like, this is a PG-13 movie. What is going on with PG-13 movies these days? But we end off on, and this is the spoiler part. This is why I got Spider-Man in this trailer. As most people already know, this movie has a tie-in to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Venom is crossing over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sony and Marvel are going to be working closely together to bring all the Spider-Man characters and all the Marvel characters they have property rights to over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it ends off on a tie-in to Spider-Man No Way Home, with Peter Parker's identity being revealed as Spider-Man, and Venom like is looking at the TV, doesn't really say anything, just kind of like licks the TV, and then like goes back inside, and then Eddie Brock's he's crossed universes or dimensions, and like he's in someone else's room instead of his room where he's on vacation. So so like it's funny, like it's a real enjoyment, and like it builds up to something bigger and better. Like it's definitely going to get more people to watch Spider-Man than before, because everyone that was in the movie theater I was in for premiere night was clapping and screaming when they saw that post-credit scene, which is astounding, honestly. But yo, that's all I got for you guys for this one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Everyone that's not subscribed, if you subscribe, it'll be big overnight. Links in the description below for Amazon and Fiverr. I'm going to see y'all in another one. See you, YouTuber out. Peace.